Welcome, Leo, to your December 2025 reading, and thanks for tuning into my channel. And Merry Christmas to all you Leos out there that celebrate Christmas. Now, I'm going to introduce this new deck of tarot cards that I just bought. If you're a cross watcher and you've watched other readings, you might want to fast forward this, or if you don't want to hear the story, fast forward this a little bit as well. But I just returned from a trip to London and Europe, and I wanted to purchase a new deck of tarot cards, and I went into this gorgeous little astrology shop in London, and I was faced with dozens of tarot decks, and I just simply could not choose. They were so beautiful, but I could only choose one. London is very expensive, so I didn't know which one to choose. So I closed my eyes and I said, angels, spirit guides, show me which deck of cards to buy. And I opened my eyes and I immediately looked at this deck, and I just felt this feeling of peace come over my heart, and I thought, that's the one. And when I purchased it, it's filled with this is, by the way, called Touchstone Tarot by Kat Black, and Kat Black has used grand masters, like paintings by grand masters, and incorporated them into her tarot deck and used tarot symbology. And I saw many of these paintings when I went to the National Gallery in London, and it just is the perfect deck for me. And not only that, I was staying with my cousin, and this deck has an extra card called the Happy Squirrel, and my cousin had a little dog whose name is Squirrel, and it's the cutest little puppy. I mean, it's not a puppy anymore. She's 5 years old, but she was adorable. I got to look after her while my cousin was away as well. So it was just the most perfect deck of cards. So I hope it gives a perfect reading for you this month. But let's get into your reading. Now, this month you start out the energy with the Tower card. And not only that, you've got the World card. So you've got five cards are major arcana cards. So I feel like December is quite a significant month. And major arcana cards talk about significant events, or certainly events that do end up shaping our lives into the future as well. They're not just kind of mundane type of stuff. And the Tower talks about a sudden and unexpected event, and it could have to do with a specific ending in your life that you weren't expecting to come about. Now, this isn't a sad ending by any stretch of the imagination. This is a completion. This is you going through almost like a joyful ending, so to speak. It's like you've successfully completed something that perhaps you weren't expecting, that was expected to take longer, but it's all of a sudden come about, and you're bringing something to an end quite quickly. And it's kind of like a relief, a joyful kind of feeling as well here for you. But it could also be a sudden and unexpected event when it comes to a particular calling that you have been getting. It's almost like a wake-up call here for you as well, that could be quite sudden and unexpected. Something comes in and it's kind of like, hey, you need to listen to this. This is important. But again, you have the best card in the deck. You've got the Sun card. So I don't feel like this is anything to be worried or concerned about. This is like, the Sun card is just the most joyful, exuberant, successful card in the deck. And it talks about things just turning out in your favor. And not only that, you've got the Wheel of Fortune. That is exactly luck being on your side. This can be a windfall. It can be just you being in the right place at the right time. It's that karmic wheel where things turn in our favor. And it's just absolutely a really amazing message here. And this is, this can even talk about a windfall here, where you don't have to struggle financially anymore. I mean, obviously not everyone can win the lottery, but winning the lottery is a tower moment. It's sudden and it's unexpected, and it changed your life forever, and it rocks your world. So that's the kind of energy here. It's quite big, but it's great, whatever it is. And I'm sorry to be so vague. This is a general reading, so it will be absolutely different for all of you. But absolutely something significant is completing in your life, and you're moving on to a new chapter, a new era, and it's leading you to a place where you are now going to have to choose which direction you want to go in, because you've completed something quite successfully, and now you're at a bit of a crossroads in your life in December. And you have the Two of Wands, but this card always says you have the world in your hands, kind of, in a way here, Leo. And most traditional decks you will see, and even in this one by Cat Black, you see the globe depicted here. It's like you're in a wonderful position here. You might be at a crossroads, but it's an important fork in the road here. And the thing with this card is there is no wrong choice. Whichever path you choose, it is going to lead you exactly where you need to go. And you've got luck on your side as well here, Leo. You can't make a wrong decision. Now, you've got the Queen of Swords here. Now, it is really interesting. I just did Cancer's reading, and I shuffle my cards very, very well. And Cancer got the Queen of Swords in the exact same position. And they also got the Judgment. It was in a different position, but they got Judgment as well. So I don't know if you've got some placements in Cancer in your chart, or you are born next to the cusp of Cancer, but you might want to check that out, because there could be some messages there for you. But the Queen of Swords is kind of, I would normally read this as a Libra, by the way, but this could be any air sign, so a Gemini, a Libra, or an Aquarian. But the Queen of Swords is someone that can look at a situation with clarity. You're going to be seeing things quite clearly and looking at your situation quite logically as well. And this is a card of things coming into balance. If you've been feeling that your life has been unbalanced, that you've been struggling financially in any way, this is definitely equilibrium coming back in here for you. And it can talk about making a decision based on the facts as well. And if this is someone in your life, this is someone that's a straight shooter. They say it like it is. They don't pull any punches, and they're very logical. Now, this can also talk about legal dealings as well, that you may be having legal stuff to do with. Normally, in a traditional deck, you would see the Queen holding that set of scales, the scales of justice. But this is very clear mind, very clear thoughts. And, if this doesn't represent someone in your life, then I feel like you are going to be taking on a lot of these qualities yourself in December, and making some real hard decisions, and very clear-cut decisions as well, and using your logic and your intellect. But as I said, with that Judgment card, there's a bit of a wake-up call here. And it's almost like if it's not like this sudden and unexpected event that happens that really brings your attention to something and makes you realize something quite quickly, it's like you are getting a calling to do something, and it's going to bring you so much joy and so much happiness. But you've got the card of the Six of Pentacles as well, or the Six of Coins, and this is a card of charity, of giving. So you may be in a position where you can give some money to other people, or if you're not in a position to give money, you might be in a position to give of your time or your energy towards other people and help them out. Or you could potentially also be in a position where you are being bestowed some gifts or some charity as well from those around you. But let's get some clarifying cards out. But wow, so far, what a great reading. Very powerful. I've had a few signs this month that have had very powerful readings. Now, I'm going to take these cards because this is normally the way the cookie crumbles when I do clarifiers. For some reason, they all come out at once and they are all very significant. Now, the first card here is the card of the Moon. And this is a card of mystery, of the unknown, of not having a full picture about something either. It's a card of secrets as well. But it's a card of, although you don't have the full picture, you are really kind of asked to tap into your intuition and listen to any kind of calling that you're getting, any feelings that may be coming through that are kind of directing you to go in a certain direction or make a certain choice or go in a certain way. But yeah, there is a bit of mystery or the unknown here for you. Now, this represents a Pisces. This card represents a Pisces, but I sometimes read this as a Cancer because the Moon rules Cancer. So you may have a significant Pisces or Cancer in your life. But there's some beautiful energy here about your home, or there could be something here that you don't know about your home as well. But you are setting up a new home, or you're setting up a secure, safe environment and working on your home or your business even for some of you, and making it safe and secure for those around you. But beautiful card. Now, this can even talk about a wedding as well. So there could be something you don't know about a wedding here. Someone may be proposing to you, or somebody may be getting married that you don't know. But it's interesting, not only do you have the wedding card, but you also have the arrows of love. So some of you may be meeting that person that you will settle down with. But this is also a card of communication and busy energy in December, which, you know, it's coming up to Christmas, like I said. So for those of you that do celebrate Christmas, there could be a lot of emails, phone calls, text messages, a lot of busy kind of energy. But it's enjoyable here as well. And it could be related to your home and, you know, people coming to your house, or you doing renos and trying to get them done before people come. But it's really nice energy. And look, you know, you have the King of Cups, so you do have a Cancer here as well, but this can be any water sign: Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. But this is someone that's really emotional, quite emotionally mature as well, and they've got a really good heart. You know, don't the water, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, this can be, but don't get too caught up on the star signs either, because you know, you might have someone in your life that fits the description of a King of Cups, but they could be a completely other sign, another sign, but they may have a Cancer in their rising sign or a water sign as part of their rising sign. So don't get too caught up on the star signs. But this is a beautiful, kind, loving, emotionally stable energy as well. So definitely for some of you, you could be getting married or falling in love with this King of Cups. But if this doesn't represent someone in your life, this can talk about you taking on a lot of these qualities as well. And look, you do have that charity card here, so this is definitely someone who would help out and give to charity and be a very charitable person as well. But this is someone that really has got your back. They're not going to be careless with your heart either. They're a good person to have on your side. Now, wow, look at this. You have the Sun card again. That is just amazing, Leo. That is such great news. There is victory coming in here for you. I mean, I always have to say this. There are 78 cards in each deck, and the Touchstone Tarot that I just told you about has got that extra card. So 79 cards in this one, yet the same card comes out in both decks. So this is kind of re-establishing this message of wonderful, happy times here for you in December. That Sun is clarity as well. You are seeing things clearly. You know which direction to go in. You know what you want to be doing. You know that your life is just going to be joyful. I feel you are really just in a wonderful place, a joyful, happy place. It's a beautiful day when the sun shows up. It's great joy and it's spiritual and material success as well. And I feel like you're you're in a position now of such great wealth and happiness and abundance where you could possibly be in a position to give to others. But also remember, make sure you put a little bit aside for those leaner times. Don't go crazy here, but it is just wonderful. And the Six of Wands is that card of victory, of success, of people hailing you. This is winning awards. This is winning recognition for your efforts and your accomplishments, and it's like undisputed success. It's popularity and critical acclaim. People are just loving what you're doing, and I mean, this can be to do with your work as well. And you could be getting gifts or awards or bonuses because of this wonderful work that you are doing. But certainly people are just really looking at you and saying, Leo, wow, I love you. I love your work. You're amazing here. Now, look at this. In the last three cards that you have the Queen of Cups, you have the Three of Cups, and you have the Six of Swords. Now, you have divine counterparts here, the King and the Queen of Cups. So there very much is a wonderful connection here for some of you, or certainly there are some people in your life that are just the perfect couple. There is a celebration here, absolutely. This can often talk about a wedding celebration or an engagement, a christening, a wonderful emotional get-together. And as I mentioned, we are coming up to Christmas, so it could very much just be this wonderful, happy, joyful, emotionally fulfilling get-together that you have with family, friends, loved ones that are very special to you. But that Queen of Cups, again, beautiful, nurturing energy. I just love this couple, the King and the Queen there for you. And I feel like you're being very nurtured here as well in December, which is lovely. I mean, I would normally read this as a Scorpio, but, any star, any water sign, like I said. But you are absolutely leaving behind any difficult situations. There is this feeling of an ending here, and again, you had that World card, which talks about that end of an era in your life and you moving to uncharted waters almost. You don't it's certainly calmer shores. You know that where you're leaving was tumultuous and difficult, and you knew you couldn't stay there anymore. And this can be mentally, it doesn't need to be a physical kind of location either, just in a thought process or a way you were thinking, but it could absolutely be you were leaving a difficult job or just a difficult situation and an emotional situation, and you are moving on to those beautiful, calmer waters with so much joy, so much success and happiness and contentment, and wow, and a beautiful emotional get together. Now let's get a final card from the Now I Understand Oracle deck. Whoa, that came up quick. Change. Wow, absolutely. Change of direction on a physical or conscious level, a whole new and fresh outlook. Absolutely, that is connected with that Six of Swords. There's wonderful change here for you. Such positivity, I feel. And that ending, that definitely relates to that World card, where we are closing off that era in our life and changing on. Like I said, it doesn't necessarily have to be physical. It can be on a conscious level. You're changing your way of thinking. You're changing from feeling like things never work out, or that your life is hard or terrible, or people don't appreciate you, or any of that kind of stuff. You're changing your thought processes and moving on to a wonderful new journey here for yourself. And I love that, Leo. Now, if you are interested in a mini reading from me, all you need to do is click on that little thanks button below, nominate an amount you would like to give, any amount. I don't mind. It's just that I was giving readings away for free and people weren't coming back and watching them. So I was putting so much energy and effort into it. And it was like, I'm not going to do that anymore. I feel like if people pay, then they're going to come back and watch the reading. So all you need to do is nominate your amount, and in the comment section below, write a question or what you would like me to focus on when I do your reading. I will film it just like I'm doing now, and I will leave a link for you in response to your comment that you will be able to click on, and it will take you straight to your video. Now, I had people leave me donations and not leave a comment. Now, I get an automated message to say I've been left a comment, and I did a reading for them anyway and put a link on that automated comment, but they didn't come back and watch it. So I don't know if they saw that. They may not have wanted a reading. They may have just wanted to say thanks and gave me a donation towards my channel. But if you do want a reading, you will need to put that comment as well as the donation. So we'll leave it there. Thank you again for watching. If you don't want a reading, just a thumbs up and a subscription would be amazing for my channel as well. Have a wonderful Christmas, and I hope to see you next year. Bye.